All right, hey girls, it's Megan Ziegler. Tonight on our team call, we're going to do a bunch of stuff and fill you in on some things we learned over the weekend, Molly and I, while we were at our Diamonds retreat, which I am super pumped to take all of you on one next year. So get excited because it's just pampering, it's fun, and it's everybody just talking Beachbody, but we all get each other and it's just fun. So, all right. So first, just a couple updates. I don't know if anybody saw it in the back office, but go to your back office, check out the Coach Breaking News on the right side, and the Challenge Tracker app is coming out on Monday. So for iPhone and Androids, there are two little short videos you can watch, like a tutorial on them, how to set up the app itself, and then how on your computer to, if you're like the admin of the group, basically do it all through the computer. So you're not just working on your phone. But it is like essentially MyFitnessPal, but like on steroids, and it's just for Beachbody. So it does everything that Facebook groups would have done. It's just going to be better because it's for Beachbody and more tailored to it. So people are going to
How does it work if you're moving?
What's that? Wait, what did you say, Mal? Nobody? Okay, sorry. So, guys, hold on. Can you mute yourselves? And then each person unmute if you need to ask me a question. I'm totally fine with everybody talking, but I think like sometimes the feedback is hard. Cool. Okay.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
I don't know from an iPad. I don't know how either. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It was just everybody. Okay, so the Challenge Tracker app, it's coming out Monday. It's going to be, you have to invite people to it. So if they buy a challenge pack, you send them the link and they sign up that way through their Team Beachbody account, like when they purchased. So it just can't be people hopping on, joining in. They're going to track their workout, their Shake-O. They can track their weight and measurements, upload photos. It's got a news feed just like Facebook. So like I said, just essentially our Facebook group, but on an app that's just for Beachbody. There are privacy settings. You can switch between multiple groups. So if we have like a 5-day group going when our monthly group's going, you can do that. It will show, I mean, this is all in the video, but it's just gonna let people, it's gonna let you send direct messages to people, or people can tag you, or directly from the app email you privately, rather than if they don't want to post in there or something. Let's see, you can upload files to it. You can upload YouTube videos. So I think the only difference is that if we do upload videos to our groups now, I think that they're going to have to be uploaded to YouTube first and then put into the group, which isn't a big deal because then you'll all start to grow your YouTube channels.
So does that take the place of a Facebook group, and what are the advantages of using the app over what we're already doing?
So from what I understand, I mean, it's optional. Like you can still run your groups on Facebook or whatever, but the main reason behind it is because people who don't have a Facebook or aren't Facebook savvy, like my mom has an iPhone, but she's not the greatest at Facebook. We've all seen her selfies. So it's kind of like meant for people who don't have Facebook, and you just don't have to get on Facebook. You don't have to be like scrolling your feed, getting distracted, things like that. I think it'll really help the coaches a lot, not just the customers.
What about scheduling out stuff?
Yeah, so when you go in on the website on a computer or an iPad as the like admin of the group, it will list like every single program. You can pick the program that your group is going to be for the month, or if it's a mixed group, you can hit like a whole bunch of them. And that way it will allow people to clock in with what their workout was that day. So that's coming out Monday. And I think what we should think about doing is, well, I'm going to think about running like a test group with it, just to get, it's just another thing to advertise, get people more interested in it. And the whole, thing with people not liking Facebook sometimes. So I think for my group in March, I'm going to roll it out that way and see how it goes for 1 month minus Facebook group. Okay. The other thing I want to tell you guys about is 22-minute hardcore. So it's coming out March 1st. They are putting out another sneak peek on February 22nd, just for 24 hours on BeachBody On Demand. So I would try to talk that up before the 22nd and ask people if they want to try it out for free, since it's only going to be 24 hours, and let them know. That way, if people like it, March 1st, we have a date for them when the program's coming out. Let's see. Okay. This is random, but something we talked about over the weekend was most of the time my groups have begun the same time of each month. And one of the coaches there brought up a good point, that it's just a good idea to kind of maybe stagger them throughout the month, because then you're not having the same high volume week every month because of all those people that signed up with a challenge pack. So, if you start your group, say on the 1st, every month, well, that 1 week of every month is going to be your highest month, which is fine. But if you want to even things out throughout the month a little bit with your volume and your cycle bonus, things like that, it's a good thing to like kind of, strategically place the groups. Okay. So then I'm going to talk about one more thing. Well, a couple more. Liz Patton, she is one of 5-star diamonds on our Team Iron family. She's amazing. She could be all of our moms. She's older, but she is awesome. And she's into faith, big time, fitness, everything, but she gets the business. So she laid out her system that she follows by for the week. And this is how she organizes like things outside of what we do in our power hour. So I was just going to kind of test this out myself, but I wanted to kind of give you guys maybe an idea of how to fill things in for yourselves on things that we still have to do outside of our power hour that are kind of essential. So just Monday through Friday, because I don't think you need to be doing this on the weekend, unless the weekend is the time you have to do this, then whatever, that's totally fine. But so Mondays, she does all her follow-up messages or emails from the week before. Anybody that she was in contact with, that conversations are lingering, whatever. She follows up with all of them. She changes out her cover photos in her groups every Monday just to keep them fresh and alive and people, engaged, things like that. So it's not looking stale. She also collects all of her challengers' weights on Monday. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a lot of luck getting my challengers' weights. But if you guys can come up with some sort of system or something that people are like, sure, here's my weight, I think this is where the tracker app will come into play, because people can log it privately and it could just share with you or be shared in the whole group. And it's not necessarily they're having to send it to you and type it out, which sometimes I feel like can be hard for people. But she collects all their weights every Monday. That way she can, hold them accountable. So it's just like when we message them and ask them how they're doing, but she gets a specific figure from them. Tuesdays, she always features a transformation on her social media. And this is something that for some reason I stopped doing for the last couple months. I don't know why, and it was totally stupid. But find one of your, it would be a good thing to maybe just contact several of your challengers, or if you don't have enough challengers yet or anybody that's interested in sharing for you on social media about it, Josh Coates is like adamant that we should all be sharing our transformations weekly, whether in a transformation Tuesday or in a throwback Thursday, something like that. Or on Sunday nights, something about how this business has changed you, what it's afforded you, not having to do with money, things like that. So I wasn't doing that. And I think that's why I've been my momentum kind of slowed. But get back to that. A good point to remember in that, I don't know if anybody saw the power call from Michelle and Liz yesterday, but they were talking about statistics and your followers on Facebook and Instagram. But just because you have 800 friends and 10 of them like your post, it's probably the only 10 that saw that post. So, it didn't come up in the other people's feeds. They're not just ignoring you, things like that. So kind of, don't worry about the posts. If you reach one person, like Jody put that post out and one person messaged her and was like, you've been so inspiring to me. And I mean, that's what it's about. So it's not about the likes. The likes aren't going to get you the business. Okay. So what was I going to say? All right. Also on Tuesday. So just two things: feature a transformation, whether you're owner, a challenger, a coach, or whatever. It doesn't have to be a before and after picture. It can be non-scale, scale. The only other thing is check your inactives. So everybody that's working the business now, which is all of you on here, just go into your back office and check if you have any inactive coaches. And if you do, send them a little blurb. I think, and she used the debit card analogy, hey girl, I know that this happened to me once before, but my account was almost inactive and it says yours is. When that happened to me, my debit card, I needed to change the number on my debit card, or my account number. So you can just say something simple as that and see what they say. That way you're not rushing into Wednesday night and shoot, I have 3 inactive coaches on my left and I'm going to drop rank or something. Okay, so Wednesday, she emails all her customer leads through BeachBody that she gets just once a week, Wednesdays, and she checks on her coaches to see, how they're doing in the month, things like that. If they need help that day for Thursday, since everything's Thursday to Wednesday. Thursdays, this is a little bit more when you have a team, but she checks volume and rank. I would suggest you guys start checking your own volumes and rank, especially because it's how you're getting paid. So just make sure everything looks kind of right to you. You don't have to sit there and pull out the calculator, but make sure you're getting paid the right cycle bonus that you deserve. Make sure your volume, if you knew you sold 3 challenge packs that week and it looks like it only reflects 1, look at it all. Sometimes it gets messed up. If you have coaches, recognize your coaches that day for whatever they've achieved, and check everybody's success club points on Thursdays so you can know how to better help your coaches. And then Thursdays, message any inactive challengers. So Thursday might seem like a big day, but for some of you, you might not have to do that stuff yet. But everybody should be messaging once a week their inactive challengers, people who are not posting in the groups, find out what their deal is. Okay, and then Friday, she uses just her extra time to focus on her social media for the following week. So whether it's snapping a million selfies because you did your hair and makeup that day and, changing out your shirt a few times, then you got selfies for your posts, things like that. Whether it's taking a few videos during your workout, whether you're typing up a few recipes that you're going to share for the next week, things like that. So she's not scrambling on Sunday night thinking, shoot, what am I going to post tomorrow? So I can type that up and put it in the team page as well. But that's just kind of an idea of how you can split things out that still have to be done, other than our power hour, I think. Okay, so I don't know if anybody got a chance to listen to the wake-up call yesterday, but if you didn't, you should. It was from David Atkins, and he is a NYPD full-time, and he is a 5-star elite coach, works full-time. His wife is a coach, and they retired her as a teacher. So now she stays home with her kiddos. But he is a 6-figure earner, and he still works for the NYPD just because, that's part of his heart and who he is too. So it was really good to hear someone who's still working full time, but may not necessarily need to. But he talked about 3 important things. When you're at a certain rank, whether you're Justice Coach starting out, whether you're Emerald, whether you're Molly and I Diamond, ownership. You this is yours. No matter how good your upline is or how sucky they are, you have to own this. Nobody is going to be able to make this business for you except yourself. I really, really pride myself on getting you guys as much information as I can and helping you out as much as possible, because I don't want you to ever feel like I did and, having no idea where to go and waste time. But ultimately, I can only give you as much help as you will be coachable with. So he just really stressed personal growth. If he used this analogy, which I was like, hey, did you see my post over the weekend? So he said, just like when you say shine bright like a diamond, he said, don't forget that before diamonds were cut, they were actually coal. So, before you can actually be better, you have to get better. And if you're not doing the personal development, I swear, guys, you have to. I know it sounds ridiculous and we talk about it all the time, but it's because it's that important. So just 10 minutes in the car while you're blow drying your hair, throw your headphones in, while you're cooking dinner or reheating it and the kids are acting a fool in the background, throw on the podcast from the week, throw on Shalene, somebody, and listen for 10 minutes. That's it. If you can do more, awesome. I'm going to really try to pride myself in focusing this month on more than 10 minutes, because I think I've really just put it to the wayside, and that's not making me a good enough leader for you guys. So I'm going to go do that. And then his last major point was just consistency. I would love to sit here and tell you guys that after 1 year of doing this, I make buco bucks, but I don't. It's not a get rich quick scheme at all. We are not here selling products. We are here being us, and we are here to just make people better and have them relate to us. So, if you think that in 3 months, you totally could blow it out of the water and in 3 months be making a whole crap ton of money, but don't think I am. Because I'm not. I'm just being consistent. I'm just, trying to be real in my posts. I'm trying not to sound too salesy, which I still do at times. So, don't think that I don't. But if you only show up 3 times a week into your power hour, or, post 3 times a week on social media, don't get mad the next week if nothing happened in your business, or even the next few weeks. You got this momentum and you got to keep it going. It's like a huge boulder just rolling down a hill. If there becomes a left turn, it's not just going to go left. That sounded better in my head. You can't just go, and then immediately stop and then expect it to keep going. It's not how it works. So if you are doing things consistently, and I really wish Anne was on this call, because guys, I'm really proud of her, and she has been a challenger since May and June while she was pregnant. She immediately after a month or 2 of challenges was like, I'm going to coach. And she has been consistent every single day since May or June. And she may not have the Success Club numbers, and she may not have, a lot of commissions, but she is still inspiring others, and she is making a difference, and she's made a huge difference in her health. And just recently, she's gotten a ton of messages saying how inspiring she's been to other people. So if you're in our Team Cup chat, you may have heard me say today, it's not just about the people that buy a challenge pack from you. It's all these other people that, that's just why we're here. We're just here to help. Really. We are here to make an income and, a business for ourselves, but ultimately it just boils down to helping other people get out of that funk we were all in when we started this journey. So just remember that. But my point is, she has just been consistent, and she has not let, not hitting Success Club, not covering her Shaco for the month, anything like that, stop her. She's like in it to win it. And if she helps one person a month, that is her happiness, like that. And that is fine. That is all people need to do. So just kind of think of that when you think, shoot, it's my second month of coaching and like, this isn't going to work. There are a million coaches out there. It works. Be consistent, and people will message you and people will come back and they will remember you when that other coach stopped posting because they thought, you know what, there are a million coaches out there and I can't hack it. So I'm just going to stop posting and shut down this business. So when those people don't find them anymore, they're going to come to you. So just remember that. Okay. Last thing. BeachBody should not be your life. It should give you life. Okay. So write that down, put it on a sticky note, throw it up as a quote tomorrow, anything. But ultimately, like this should be making our souls happy and giving us happiness and reward. We should not be feeling like it's a burden and we shouldn't be drowning in it. So if you ever feel like that, let's just take a step back and figure out what the issue is, where it's going wrong, because I never want it to be like that for you at all. And if it is, we got to talk. Okay. So, Molly, do you want to just go over the other things we talked about?
Yes.
Cool.
I have a PowerPoint, so I'm gonna, it's my life. Figure out how to screen share. One sec.
Told you guys I got head-butted earlier, so
Yeah.
I'm taking my medicine.
Okay.
I'm living vicariously through you.
Can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
How do I go to view? There we go. Okay. All right, so Megan had asked me to just discuss how I run my graduate group, and kind of some of this is what I do in challenge groups as well, but how I kind of keep both groups going at once. So this is, how to work this thing. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so this is how I just logistically operate my challenge group. Or my graduate group. So after a challenge group has ended, within like 2 days, I usually add all of the participants into my graduate group. So that includes most of you on this call, my personally sponsored coaches as well, who may have signed on right away or maybe sign on months later. But that obviously helps in keeping participation up alone, because you guys are, oops. Can you guys see the top? No. Because you guys are obviously active in the groups and post a lot. So if I'm running a group by myself, I will put up like a video kind of explaining what's next, like the week before it's over, since a lot of people are always messaging me like, what do I do after this group's over? And I explain to them, you know, after this group, I add everyone to my graduate group. It's the same type of structure, just less hand holding, but the purpose is the same. We're all there to be, you know, to hold each other accountable. Questions, I'm there, whatever you need. So that kind of sets the framework for the group. If I'm co-leading a group, I'll just personally message all of my challengers a week out and tell them, you know, what do you plan on doing the next month? Are you going to do another round of 21-day fix or whatever exercise you're doing? And see if they, you know, some of them want to roll on to the next challenge group and need like additional support. But most people I just will also add into my challenge group. And then I do an individual post every month, tagging everyone, just giving them an introduction. As kind of a rule, I allow anyone in my graduate group to join back into challenge groups if they're on HD or if they've, you know, purchased a new program and they want to be. And then I follow up with everyone, you know, about once a month to kind of just see how they're doing. And if there's someone that needs more support, then obviously I'm talking to them more. So it really just gives everything a sense of community, which I think is the most important thing. You guys can like interrupt me. I don't mean for this to be formal, even though I have a PowerPoint, by the way.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
So for people, when you have that conversation of, sorry, you're not on HD and you didn't buy a new program, like how do you handle that awkward conversation?
If someone's like asking to be in a challenge group again, so I just say that. I mean, especially if it's someone that I like let into a challenge group that didn't buy a challenge pack or not Shakeology, and I'm just like, I want to help them out, and so I've added them in. I would never add them to another challenge group again. I mean, that sounds bad, but I'm putting in a lot of work, and I can't just give it all away for free. So I have had people say that, and I usually just say, what are you planning on doing this month? I don't say no, I just kind of ask what they're planning, what exercise they're planning on or program they're planning on doing next month. And if it's someone that's, maybe let themselves go and they're just like looking to jump back in after a few months, I would recommend them do the program with Shakeology to get the best results. So you can kind of pitch it that way. Did someone else have a question? No. Okay. So I don't have like a ton of structure to my graduate group because, I'm running sometimes 3 or 4 groups at one time. So I don't have like, I don't Hootsuite out content or anything in there. So I just think of it as my more spontaneous posts. So I'll post about, I don't know, anything I'm thinking. I do selfies, recipes, everyone holding each other accountable. And then for me, like my girls love doing like extra fitness stuff. So I do more of that, but ask yourself like what went over really well in your challenge groups. These are the same people that were in your challenge group. So just do more of that. But I really think the key is for everyone to understand that the focus has shifted from you being the leader and the coach to everyone being the leader in the group. I'm not the only one now that understands how the yellow container works with 21 Day Fix. Like if someone has a question, anyone in the group can answer and anyone in the group can be holding each other accountable. So I take that, I let it be like a group of leaders. That's the feel that I try to give. I'm not just the one running the show. So how I keep engagement, I mean, just post. Like these are your most loyal customers and you can't forget about them. I mean, you cannot just focus your attention on your challenge group people. This is your bread and butter. I put them, like up there with my coaches as well. So like I said, I don't make my posts about content. I don't overthink things. Like anything that you've done in your challenge group, or maybe a post that you put on Facebook that got a lot of response, you can do more of in your challenge group. Like Megan mentioned, change out your banner photo consistently, just keep things fresh. You can focus on goal setting. I think before the start of the new year, we did that in my group as well. And then any topics you hear when you're listening to personal development, you can make a post about those in your graduate group as well. Like I'll just kind of, when I'm listening, I'll like jot things down. I'm like, oh, that's something I want to say to my girls in the graduate group. So really just it doesn't have to be like the standard drink your lemon water and here's the benefits, because for me, those aren't the posts in my challenge group that get a ton of response. Like people want to see what I ate for breakfast and what workout I did. And those are the ones that people are like commenting back on, not so much the content posts as I call them. So here's a few ideas. Like I said, for some reason, my girls in the group love extra fitness challenges. So this one was posted by, here we go, for February. And you can just find this stuff. I didn't even post this. Like I think the last 2 or 3 months, I haven't even found these. Like the girls just were like, let's do a challenge, and they posted it. So I'm pretty sure you probably pulled this one from Pinterest, I'm assuming, but there's tons up there. And then everyone just posts every day, like, day 7 done, day 8 done, and it's fine. When I think around Thanksgiving, I just posted, I'm going to do a 5K, and like, who else wants to join me, the morning of Thanksgiving? And there was a handful of us that ran a 5K on Thanksgiving, and it was really cool to see everyone's pictures the morning of. Or if there's any, like, if you have people in your area, like there's a bar studio down the street that I've been like wanting to try out a Saturday class on, so I was going to post something about anyone in my area is welcome to join me whenever I go. So things like that. The water challenge obviously is always popular, and I do that when I'm feeling like I'm being really bad about my water consumption. You can do raffles and giveaways. Just shifting your mindset from, like, instead of subtracting, adding things in. I think after people are doing this for a while and you're like doing the 21-day fix and you're taking out all of these things from your life and like changing your diet, it's nice to shift the mindset of like, you don't need to subtract from your life to see results. You can add things. You can park further away for a month or a week. You can take the stairs a few days at work. You can eat more vegetables, whatever. Photo of the days I always do in my challenge groups, but you could run that for a month in your graduate group as well. I have a Pinterest board that I add all of my challengers to, and obviously the girls in my graduate group. And it's collaborative, so it's a secret board, but anyone can pin a recipe to it. So like I'll go on and, everyone's like posted pinned recipes, and then if I were to make something, I would thank that person for posting it. And then I always promote or advertise new programs there first, because I feel like those individuals should see a sneak peek. So I have I think 50 people on there now. That doesn't mean all 50 people are posting every day. So I think as a general rule, the people that were motivated and posting a lot in your challenge groups will probably be the one that continue to do so in your graduate group. So don't be discouraged that, every single person isn't posting every day. Some people just aren't into it. Okay, some final thoughts. So like I said, customer retention is huge. Like, this business is not built on one-time challenge pack sales to Jane Doe. The people in your graduate group are the ones that already know the products. They already believe in them. You don't need to sell them anything. You tell them, I just have people like rolling orders all the time and they don't even let me know. So they're the people that already, you already have the relationship with. So nurture it. Don't forget about them. And then I always am promoting BeachBody On Demand and Shakeology in there as well. I've had several people who I think dropped off BOD or maybe never had it because they didn't buy a challenge pack through me, and then have re-signed up for it. And it's $15 every time someone renews BeachBody On Demand. So if you have 10 people doing that a quarter or 1 week, that adds up. And like I said, I always promote any of the announcements I get, I'll always put to my graduate group first before I was just posting it to my Facebook followers. Because, I feel like they deserve the information first and they should get a sneak peek. Encouraging any fitness. It doesn't have to be, at-home workouts. That's what works for me every day. But some people mix it up. They go to a trainer. They do some at-home workouts and they're eating healthy. And that's fine. I'm rooting you on the treadmill. So just encouraging any type of movement and fitness is important so people don't feel isolated. I will shout out happy birthdays, any if you get married, celebrations, transformations, victories, so everyone can celebrate it together. Again, it's people signed on because they wanted accountability and they wanted a group atmosphere and support. So maintain that sense of community in your challenge. project group, because that's what people signed on for initially. And just because 21 days or a month passed doesn't mean that needs to stop. And continue being you. You know, we say this about posting on Facebook all the time, but the same goes for your groups. Share your struggles, be honest. You know, if you had a bad weekend, you don't, same things we do in our Team Fit Be Free page. You know, if you're just like struggling and you need help hopping back on, like let them know. And those people are the ones that are going to hold you accountable and help build you back up as well. And lastly, just be authentic. Two quotes I liked, you know, don't be a salesperson. And like I said, these are already your customers. You just need to nurture the relationship and let them see the real you. Make sure every post has your true heart behind it. Any questions?
It's awesome.
Stop.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I took myself off mute.
I don't know how to get back.
Just
There we go.
yeah, there we go.
When you said that you continue to promote on demand in Shakeology, like how exactly did you do that?
Well, obviously, like just this weekend, like with 22 with 22-minute hardcore being out, like I say, you know, it's available on BOD for 24 hours. And the people that are like, what's BOD? Like, where do I get this? So I had a few people do that within the group itself. That, and just if I do like a Turbo Fire, like a random workout, like Turbo Fire abs, I'm obsessed with. So I'm always like, Turbo Fire abs burns me out in like 2 minutes. And then people are like, what's that program? And then I just say in my post, maybe like it's available on BOD. The entire program is available on BOD actually. So little things like that, not like promoting, you know, in a post by itself. That makes sense. Same thing with Shakeology. Like if stuff you do in your post, like posting a mug cake recipe, like a new recipe that you've tried with your shake that you like when Cafe Latte came out. Obviously, I was promoting that as well. So same type of thing you do in your Facebook posts.
Okay.
That was really good.
Thanks.
Okay, so I just want to give you guys a couple more bits of information. I have done a whole, and you're all welcome to it. You're all welcome to send it to your coaches that you bring on. I have gone and done a whole welcome email. It is kind of brief. It's not crazy overwhelming, but as I get a new coach now, I am going to send this out to them when they sign up. And in it, it has a few YouTube videos that I did on important things of how to get started. That way, if we don't have, a training group coming up in the next week or two, whatever, they can watch these at their leisure. They're about 5-7 minutes each. And once they watch them, I'm asking them to please contact me and let me know, so then I can do their one-on-one call with them, their getting started right call, rather than going over all of this in a getting started right call for them. So I will put that up in the team page for you guys. Keep in mind, like I said, it's me in the videos, so it's not like, crazy far up our upline. So if you guys are comfortable with it being me sending to your people for our team organization, awesome. If you guys want to make your own at some point, awesome too, but feel free to do whatever with it. Let's see. And then I'm trying to think, I have all this stuff pulled up that I was trying to show you guys. That's kind of it. I'm going to share my screen real quick. I'll put this in the team page too. But someone posted this today, and I thought it was like a really cool way to track your power hour if you're visual like me. And remember, like, doesn't have to be. Can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. your power hour, just because we say hour doesn't mean it takes you an hour, whatever you have to give it. But I think this is a good way to maybe track better than that business activity tracker that's in the back office for some people, because that just kind of it works well, but it confuses me a bit. So this is like kind of a perfect example of your day. So I'll put that in the team page as well if anybody likes that. And also, if you're not plugged into Team Iron and you want to be, please let us know. It's our upline, Michelle Myers. She's like the founder of our team, our organization, Team Iron. She's like our top coach, 12-star. We got to actually FaceTime with her on Saturday night, which was pretty awesome. But she posts a lot of really great stuff in the Team Iron page. And this, her assistant posted for February. So if you don't have any idea what to post, here you go. Perfect. I'll put those in the page as well. But even if you don't want to use it this month, feel free to use it next month, change up the days, but there's a ton of ideas there for you to have. Okay, let me see.
Do you know what NSV is? I just noticed that.
Non-scale victory.
But we put an explanation file that went along with it too.
Yes, they did. They did. Okay. So yeah, if you're not in, we'll add you to Team Iron if you'd like to be, if you're not already. And you can look in the file section and there, it's like the top 2 files. Okay. And everybody, let's see. Jody, clarify your question for me.
On the tracker that you just brought up, it said like new post likes. Is that people that liked your post or posts that you liked? I'm assuming it's people that liked your post, right?
Yeah, people that liked our post, because then that's the people we can send our thank you for liking my healthy journey or supporting my post. Are you on a health and fitness journey as well?
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. Just so you can keep tabs, because I mean, you know, you start writing names everywhere, but I kind of like this sheet. So
yeah, it's nice. I like it.
All right, cool. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop recording, and if anybody has questions, we can go from there.